We were caught in a stampede at the county fair 2 years ago when someone started firing off a gun. The county fair was back in our area a little over a week ago. It got us thinking about this. It was unnerving as this was the only time we'd ever been in a situation like this.
We had been at the fair for a few hours with friends. It was armband night, so there were tons of people there. We were standing in a long line for a ride that we weren't going to ride, so we left our friends to sit in the grass. We totally wore the wrong shoes for walking and standing in line. We're sitting in the grass with our shoes off, just taking in all the sights and sounds. It was dark by now. The music from the rides was really loud, so we had to lean in to talk.
Off to my right, I saw a group of teenagers running. To me, it seemed like they were playing around and having fun. Next thing we know, we hear someone screaming, followed by the crowd scattering. As someone was screaming someone's name over and over, we had to jump up or we would have been trampled. We kept asking people as they ran past what happened. No one responded. Instead, they all rushed out of the area with a blank look in their eyes.
We were separated from our friends and had to run across a gravel drive without shoes on. Confused, we initially thought someone had fallen from a ride. Finally, someone said someone's shooting as they rushed by us. The vendors, campers, and trucks were close by, so we hid between two RVs. Our friends found us and we tried to stay down and out of the way.
Run. Get out here. Go. Go. Them shots, bro. Run. Get the f*** out.
Engine 2. Respond for a shooting victim. Wet male patient, bleeding badly, Washington County Fairgrounds. Don't have a location on the suspect. Units are not on scene yet.
We do have lots of people running away from the fairgrounds.
One of the families there had lost their little girl in the commotion. We suspected she was caught up by the crowd running. We began trying to help this frantic mom and young girl search for their little one. We found her several yards away as the crowd cleared out. The little girl was completely terrified and extremely skeptical of us given the heightened emotions of the situation. Her mom rushed down to where we were to reassure her that she was safe. I remember just standing there crying. The weight of the situation had just hit me. The girl's mom gave me a big hug. We stood there making eye contact but never saying anything before they retreated into their camper.
Officers were searching for the suspect, and someone told us that they had fled through the side gate. The traffic was backed up as everyone hurried to their vehicles to escape. We got there later and were parked at the far back. We had no idea if the shooter was around in nearby trees. Hoping they had fled, we made our way to our car. It was the longest walk. We anxiously sat in the traffic trying to get home. For the next 45 minutes, we sat in the car trying to get away from the fairgrounds. Everyone in the area had heard about the incident, so we responded to text that we were okay.
We later learned that this was a targeted event between two groups of teenagers.
Hey, we gotta go!
I walk up on a kid with 3 fingers pretty much missing and a thigh gut.
Using their belts as tourniquets to slow down the bleeding.
Because out of everyone that was running around, we were the only 3 that stepped in.
Stepping in to help even with her husband and 16-year-old daughter stuck in the middle of chaos.
We didn't hear any more about it, so we decided to look it up this last weekend to see if the case was solved. Here's what we found.
Police have made a second arrest in last month's shooting outside of a convenience store that injured several people. Police say 17-year-old Jalen Deshaun Caston was arrested on August 29th on several charges, including terroristic act and first-degree battery, among others. Caston is being charged as an adult. The shooting happened back on August 13th at the Flash Market on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. All the victims injured during the incident had non-life-threatening injuries. They were all treated on the scene.
From Fayetteville has been sentenced to 60 years in prison in connection to 2 separate shootings. Jalen Caston was a minor both times he was arrested, but he has been denied a juvenile transfer and was sentenced Friday on multiple charges. Back in 2022, Caston was arrested after a shooting at the Washington County Fair that left 1 injured. Then in 2023, he was arrested after a shooting at the Flash Market gas station on MLK. Court documents say Caston fired multiple rounds into a motel and into multiple vehicles, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
Since this incident, the Washington County Fair has metal detectors installed at the entrances to help keep the people safe. We have not been back to the fair since this. Ready.gov gives tips to stay safe if you're involved in an active shooter incident. The first step, get far away from the attacker as possible. If you can't evacuate, find a place to hide out of view of the attacker and put a solid barrier between yourself and the threat if possible. Only fight as a last resort. When you can't run or cover, attempt to disrupt the attack or disable the attacker and recruit others to ambush them.
Have you ever been in a scary situation like this? How did you react? If you haven't been, how do you think you would react? Let us know in the comments below.